There is a law that went into effect, and for some reason I thought it was only New York, and it's not. It's the Corporate Transparency Act, and it went into effect this year, and it requires small businesses to report information about ownership to the government. It's something they've never had to do before, and folks can actually do it on their own for sure. But it's like going FISBO. You can certainly do it, or you can hire a professional, which would be a CPA or an attorney to support you in doing so. So actually giving them some information about how this is a thing they might want to know about. And sometimes their CPAs or attorneys are too busy to tell them, or they didn't get their email, their text, their Facebook, their LinkedIn, whatever the thing is. And you can also go on their socials to see if they're a business owner, because they might not even be an actual business owner or have all the business owner things intact. So to talk to them about how being a business owner and then potentially applying for this.
If
Or
there's one question around that, what's one question that would be a gateway question? If I could challenge you to think about that for a second, what's a question?
hey Chris, have you heard about the corporate the Small Business Corporate Transparency Act? And yeah, have you heard about it? Like if you know someone's a business owner, or even if not.
All right, so rather than the name, frame into the benefit. Like, what's the benefit of the activity that they could, what's in it for them concept?
They potentially could go to jail if they don't like there's
Well,
legal, yeah. Like I'm
what's the
just gonna
positive outcome?
I mean that's like a true
Sounds like a New York benefit there.
I was gonna say,
they could
you
not
do this or you go to jail.
maybe it's not okay, so they might not go to jail. I'm sorry, someone, but no, there's like legal. I what's a benefit? Well, they won't have to pay extra money in fines, and they could actually save that, a lot of money, and be doing business the right way versus, you know, yeah, saving a lot of money.
Okay, love it. When you can narrow it down to like one question, it becomes a lot more efficient for us to
And
communicate
something
with
like
them.
that, Chris, I would try to find out if the state is registering you and posting your information that this is a business, and frame it to the sense that if it's required to be done, that you'll be on the list with all these major companies showing your business that you're a business owner. So as a positive spin to it, if I had to use something like that, I would have to research it myself.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a good, I
Chris, I
mean,
see that you are invested in several properties here in Garner. Did you know about the new LLC Transparency Act that was just released and how it might affect your rental properties?
no, what's that?
It's pretty in depth. Love to talk to you about it, but some of my investor clients are changing the way their LLCs are um, constituted, for lack of better terms. And I think you may be interested in finding out a little more about it.
Okay. What's the next step?
I'd like to come by either Tuesday evening or Thursday morning just to sit down for 15 minutes and I can actually show you the act instead of trying to explain it over the phone. Will that work for you?
Is there a fee?
No, no fee at all. I just want you to be in the best position as possible for you and your business.
Come on, what's the catch? There's got to be a catch.
No catch at all. I just want you to see that I'm providing service that you need.
I'm not signing anything if you come.
I don't want you to. You can sign the check if we go to lunch.
Aaron, that was good. That was a good one.
Matt has a really great script in the chat. You just might want to check it out. Matt Cannon from El Paso, Texas.
I think too, get the content from the CPA or the attorney, and then share it with your sphere to say, what is the right thing to say? Remember that statement. I'm not sure if this is beneficial. I'm not sure you can use this, something like that. Yeah. If we're not really knowledgeable in that space, be the connector of who is.
Shirley, it's interesting. We were connected. I was thinking about you the other day, and this may not be for you, but had you heard about the new Disclosure Act regarding corporate LLCs and rental properties?
No, I haven't.
Do you guys own any rental properties?
We own the two.
Well, let me send you this information because it's important that we follow these new steps that went into effect in January. What's the best email for you? And then afterwards, we do a follow-up, and I have an accountant who helps just at least provide some guidance with that. And we have a session that we've set up where more people can come and ask questions in a group format. May I send you that invitation as well so that you could get any questions answered?
Absolutely. Thank you for thinking of me, Chris.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is for you. Oh, the script is too long.
You could also share it in community Facebook groups. Like if you find the one I gave you is a very generic article, not like from a professional. It's not steering anyone towards use this person, that person. It's just
Yeah.
like FYI. And if you have your own community page, like I have a website now for our community, so I had a local CPA write a blog about it. And this way.
And totally, that's the information benefit. We have this really great gateway to conversations with our clients, which is just new information. And that's a very valuable tool. And if it's not appropriate, they'll tell us that. Oh, no, I don't own any rental properties. Perfect. Who do you know who does, who would benefit from extra information about real estate? That's my mission today. Could you connect me with anybody who you do know owns rental property? Greetings, everyone. This is the National Real Estate Conversation. Chris Hurley, your facilitator with the words of real estate for today. And we get together each weekday morning. If you're not aware, this is a daily activity where people can get better at their words of real estate. And our mission is to introduce some scripts, to give you a chance to hear what it sounds like, and then to give you your own chance to practice. You can jump on at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 Central, and we do a little pre-show where you can talk about some things before we go live on the streaming platforms. And then we go live on the streaming platforms on YouTube and Facebook, and we enjoy this opportunity to reach people. So you can register, scriptsjedi.club. You can attend the call. And then ideally practice. Get your skills up by working with some of these people here in this group. Because in this group, how many years of experience are there? What did we talk about? Something like 500 years of experience. There's some old people here. Not just Ray.
That's Dean alone.
That's Dean alone. Thank you,
Don't
Valerie.
get personal. Don't get personal.
So you can rely on the people here, just who are other active brokers across North America. To Dean is catching some heat even in the chat. My goodness. So we trust that each other goes forward and talks to clients, interacts with people, puts together real estate deals, and gets better here. So that's our mission in this show, and we're honored that you're here. Welcome. In the chat, I put something about the open house opportunity. And we're going to do these events throughout the year to attract conversations with people. And trade show is one of them. Door knocking is one of them. Open house is one of them. Business networking is another one. Just general expired prospecting. Lots of themes and playbooks that you can run. I want you to think about today, if you were in charge of promotion, like that's the open house mission, is it attendees, is it not? What's the seller want to know from you? How many people brought a bag of money and are ready to bid me full price? None. No one's doing that. But you could tell them how many people come out. Is that a measurement of success that another seller would feel, encouraged by? And then when you bring them that success, that your promotion attracted people to come out, what does that say about you to that seller? That you're delivering results, you're taking the custodianship of their property and really getting the results out there. So how do you deliver turnout? How do you deliver turnout? Got a script in the chat. Who'd like to call me and invite me to an open house? Circle prospecting, neighbors. Who would like to call me and invite me to open house? I'm a neighbor. I'll be nice. What do you think? Put the script in the chat.
I can do.
All right, let's go, Hala. Give me a call.
Are you just a neighbor? Yes.
Yep. Circle prospecting, neighbor, trying to generate turnout for the open house.
Okay, great. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Hala Hannah with Keller William, and I just list a property close to you in your neighborhood, and I want you to make sure if you are aware of it while you are driving in and out.
I already live in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. I'm calling you to see if you did notice that this property came to the market.
Oh, no, I didn't. But I
Oh,
already
okay.
live in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. We just listed 2 days ago, and the sign was installed yesterday. So I thought maybe when you are going to your work and grocery or anything, if you notice a sign that just listed.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Okay, perfect. And the reason I'm calling you to see if you know anybody from your friend or family looking to buy a house, and maybe you like them to be in your neighborhood.
People that want to move into my neighborhood?
Yeah, do you know anybody from your relative or friends like to buy a house, and maybe you like them to live here since you are living here? I'm sure you like
No,
it.
all my family's from the West Coast, so I don't have anybody that I know who'd want to live here.
Oh, okay, no problem. I see that. Do you have anyone, friend or coworker who likes to buy a house?
No, I can't really think of anybody.
Okay, no problem. And anyway, I like to invite you to see the open house. If you like to review it, I'm doing like a open house just for the neighbors, half hour before on Saturday at 11:30, and the public one will start at 12 p.m. if you like to join us.
Why would I want to come by? I already live in the neighborhood.
Oh, this is very good question. Just to see what's the value of the property, and if you like to compare it, I mean, just to invite you, and you maybe can meet the other neighbors. Sometimes they come just to check the houses on the market.
I understand. Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't really know anybody. What time is it again this weekend?
It's going to be from 11:30 to 12, and after that, it's going to be public for 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock for everybody out of the neighbors.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll put it down and see if we can swing by.
Okay, great. And what's your name again? Because I called the number and I don't know who's the owners.
My name's Chris.
Okay, Chris. So I'm looking forward to see you on Saturday between 11:30 and the 12 p.m.
Okay. That'll be great.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Love it. What do you think, Hala? Did I throw you off with my angle that I took?
Yes, you did many times, and I'm just trying to introduce to let you know there's a one listing came to the market. I don't know. I like to hear from the other what they think about me.
So the challenge that we should practice is encountering people in a really natural circumstance. And there's going to be folks in circle prospecting who may not connect with the mission that we have. And so you may stumble a couple times because it just sounds like a goofy objection. But keep at it. Hala was relentless. I loved it, Hala. I was really trying to throw you off, but you did great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Josh Checky, you want to do this one, and Vicky DeLuca, do you want to be the seller
Sure.
or the homeowner? Vicky will be the homeowner. Josh, can you call Vicky and invite her to the open?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Pull that script and we'll give it a go. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Josh, and I'm a local realtor.
Oh, hi, Josh. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thanks. I'm doing a lot better now that I've got you on the phone. And the reason for my call is I'm stopping by with some exciting news. Here with an opportunity. Are you familiar with
Okay.
the house on 123 Main Street?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, let me tell you about it real quick. Owners have decided to make a move, and they've asked us to help them find a buyer.
Oh, well, we're not moving from this house, so I don't know how we really could help.
No worries. Well, the way we do this is a lot of times folks that live in the neighborhood are familiar with somebody who wants to or may know somebody themselves who'd be a great new fit as a neighbor. Can you think of anyone who may be a candidate to live here?
I can't right now, but if you would, can you text me the address? And if I think of someone, I can reach back out and let you know. And I'd also like to see it if you have the listing. I'd love to see what it looks like.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I'd also like to extend a special invitation to the neighbors. For the neighbors to come in and take a look around, I open house half an hour early. So you'll have a special time on your own just to see it first.
When is this?
It's coming up this Saturday. Starts 12:30 for the neighbors. And the first half hour is 12:30 to 1. For everybody else, it's 1 to 2:30.
Sure. Send me the address.
I will do that. And I can also send you a copy of the open house invite if you can get text messages on your phone, can you?
Yes, yes, I can. That's perfect. Thank you. Look
Oh,
forward to seeing
fantastic.
it.
And I'll send you a copy of my business card also. And thanks so much for chatting with me. But I've got one more question for you. What
Yes.
are the top 3 things that you love about living in the neighborhood?
Oh gosh, love that we have amazing park, Central Park, for the kids. It is everybody's so involved with, knowing everybody. So everybody's super friendly and helpful. And the proximity to all the, restaurants and grocery stores and everything. So it's great neighborhood for families.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your insight. It's been great to chat with you today. Look forward to seeing you Saturday.
Absolutely. Have a great day. Bye now.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
That was great. I
Some,
love that. I love about the, tell me about the neighborhood, what you love about it. That's a great icebreaker.
yeah, Josh is getting some love in the chat, Josh. That was awesome. Awesome. Very steady. Vicky did a great job. And I want you to imagine that if you got several of Vicky's on the phone, how exciting would that be to start adding those kind of advocates to your database? Oh, send me your listing. I'll send it to my friends. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
You mean you'll be my funnel? Okay, let's do it. So I encourage you guys to make these contacts. It's how you build relationships. You get names, phone numbers, emails, and property address, and then communicate with them. So the open house invitation is the way you choose a neighborhood and go build relationships in that neighborhood to get more listings, or like Vicky would probably do, and refer people to you, which is even better. Referrals are the lifeblood of a strong business, and you should pursue those relationships with people that attract that. And you will if you spend some time engaging with them. So the script is in the chat. Hala did a version, Josh did a version. You can follow the script or do your own version. But in the breakout rooms, if you click down below, you'll get a chance to go to a breakout room with usually 2 or 3 people. It's a good size. Get a good workout in. And then when you are in the workouts, go like we did. Vicky offered some compliments, but we want to get turns. We want to get opportunities to speak. So not too much coaching within the group. Get some practice in, and then we'll come back just before the top of the hour. I've got a special announcement before we come in, so don't miss it before we go to the top of the hour. But with this opportunity, breakout rooms, guys, double thumbs up. Click that button down below. We'll see you on the other side. What's the immersive view today? There we go. All right, so in the main room, if you stick around here, you want to practice, you may. Byron, I have a special song I'm going to send to you, so I need you to listen to it. You know what song it is, too. You've probably heard it. You will listen to it. It's good. It's a good one. You'll feel better when you listen to it. It's therapeutic for you people. Barb Whitney. Barb is on mute. She's in Canada, though. They might have a toll they have to pay to turn their mics on. There she is.
Oops, there I am. Okay, so one thing I would like to talk about is, what do you say to that person who bought like a year and a half ago, overpaid drastically for the property because that's just the way the market was, but now they have to sell?
Yeah.
But they're like overpriced.
Yeah.
Like, so what do you say to them?
So tell me a little bit more about your circumstance. Why do you have to sell?
Well, my husband lost his job and we have to sell. We just can't afford this anymore.
Okay. Is there any opportunity to put a tenant in it? Do you have any ability to put it in a lease situation to make you be able to could go a couple more years in terms of ownership?
Oh, we never thought about that. Don't know how we feel about being a landlord, though. What if they wreck the house?
It's all possible, right? I mean, it's certainly a circumstance is encountered. We do our best to get a good tenant, but it's never a guarantee. Would you want to be a landlord if it meant you could preserve some equity here?
Well, I'd really have to sit and look at the numbers because, yeah, our mortgage payments are high. Like, would we even get
Yeah.
that for rent? You know,
Yeah.
I really have to look at the numbers. So I'd have to sit down with you, Chris, and figure it out. And then we have to pay rent. So,
Yeah.
because I don't think we're going to be able to, we won't be able to afford to buy if we don't sell this.
Okay. Is it important that you buy?
I prefer to buy. I don't like to be a renter.
Yep. And when you sold your previous home before you bought this one, how did you guys do in that sale outcome? Did you guys
Oh.
make a good amount of money when you sold your other home?
Oh, absolutely. That's why we bought this one.
Yeah.
We had so much money. They paid a lot for ours, and then we paid a lot for this one.
Yep. And near the pendulum has swung a little bit. Like interest rates have gone up and slowed down the pace of buying. And that because of the fewer buyer positions in the market, that also reduced the amount of appreciation. In fact, in some circumstances, if you had to sell in the next 30 days and you had to sell below where you paid for it, would you be okay doing that?
No, that's kind of what we're looking at. That's why we were talking to you, because we are seeing that other places like ours are selling for a lot less than what we paid for this one.
It's important to know where the market is. And when you saw those units, you know, you see that they're just like your units, right? Your home, right?
Yeah, they're
Very
similar.
comparable.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye.
And you guys didn't put any extra square footage on the property or significant capital investments like a system, roof, water heater, things like that.
No, it was in good shape when we bought it. We haven't really done much, just personal decorating.
How fast do you need to get a solution to this situation?
Well, the bank is saying if, like we've got about 3 to 4 months.
Okay. So in 3 to 4 months, if we have to reposition the home to get it sold quickly in 3 to 4 months, do you think we'd have to be super aggressive?
Yes, I think we would.
So is it worth waiting to take a footing that'll get the home sold quickly and risk that, you know, potential in the future?
Yeah, well, you make a point there.
I just want to be honest with you and show you what other people are doing to follow a predictable timeline. Because
Okay,
when you have a predictable timeline, it's just easier to make decisions, isn't it?
true. Yeah, don't want to be caught under the gun.
And I don't want you to be hoping for an outcome that just the market doesn't represent. Can you see where the market numbers are coming in with these other homes that sold just like yours?
Oh, yeah, I see them.
Can we
I don't
price
like
it? Can we price it so it'll sell like those are sold?
Well, I think we're going to have to just to get it sold.
That's what I would give you the advice to do. So let's do that and price it the way the market's telling us success will be right around the corner.
Okay. Well, thank you, Chris, because yeah, the rental part, I didn't even think about that one. But yeah, the other will be difficult.
Now,
but
so the dilemma, Barb, is that if you sense, like, if they're high D personality and you give them that option, they might say, oh, landlord, yes. But ask them, here's what it's like to be a landlord. Is this circumstance like possible that you could manage like a $5,000 make ready if the tenant trashed it? Because 2 years in, you may have a circumstance where the tenant did some damage and then needs to be evicted, and that has an expense for the landlord. Could you guys manage that expense in 3 years if something came up where you needed to invest in the home? Or is your budget going to be really tight going into the future?
okay. Okay. Thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome. How about Marty on the host today, everybody? Did she not do awesome on early birds? She was so nervous, but she turned the light on and you never knew that she was so nervous. She was absolutely the ace MC.
She was.
He
The
was
ace
great.
in the hole.
Thank y'all. And it's because of Chris and it's and y'all and getting to practice with Chris on scripts. Sign up for his scripts. That's a great practice. But thank y'all. Appreciate it.
And she pivoted very well with the technical difficulties that were happening as well. She did great.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Marty, you're a natural, but you and Chris make a great team. Just FYI.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
drop the link to your script
Coaching?
practice. Yeah, coaching. Thank you.
So I'm going to put the link to Bernadette's coaching in there. My one-on-one script practicing is on a little pause for a bit as we work on some other projects. So if you want to do some coaching, I would recommend you sign up with Bernadette. She spends several hours with people, so she'll do scripts with you and work on stuff specific for your business.
Thank you.
And hers is more regular and cheaper, so I mean, you might do better with her.
They're both great. Barb, I'm going through that same situation with a client. However, they have started deferred payments. And so we have to just look at their the net amount. I mean, that's the conversation, backing into the situation, and here are your choices. Let's get you out of this house.
Yeah, you got to show them all the options, but yeah.
I showed a house. I showed a house this weekend, and the listing agent texted me, "Hey, the seller's in pre-foreclosure. Get us an offer." So don't send that to prospective buyers, guys. Don't. That's not a good representation tactic. Yet, I will tell you, it would have been good service for that realtor to tell that seller, "Hey, we got to be more aggressive on pricing." Because when people tour your home, I know as a single dad, you're doing a great job making it look okay. But the pricing and the wear that's present in this home is what people continue to deliver as the reason they don't buy it. So while the equity you imagine is there potentially, the feedback from the buyers who are actually buying doesn't look like that's the outcome. So the equity you imagine, what if it was, say, 20% less? Could you live with 20% less imagined equity to get to the real equity? And when she told me he's in pre-foreclosure, my next step was, "You got a short sale yet?" She said, "Good question." I said, "It is a good question because I don't want to be in a short sale in this circumstance." So she said, "No, he's not in a short sale yet." I said, "All right, very good. We can continue." Philanda Shea is here. Hey, Philanda Shea.
Hey, good morning. Hey, Barb. I wanted to say two things about your client situation. One is when you say they overpaid, where does that put the loan balance? Because there's probably should still be some equity. If they made a lot of money on the sale of their house and they put a large deposit down, there's still some built-in equity right now compared to the loan amount as the key.
Yeah.
Do you know their loan balance?
We're getting that together. So they did not put down as much as they could have because they did purchase a few vehicles and, spent a bit of money that they all of a sudden had that, yeah.
I understand. Okay.
Two
And the
brand new
second-
vehicles in the driveway and a recreation vehicle. Yay.
Okay, and they heavy on a lot of things other than just this mortgage, which means there's other things besides those vehicles. But secondly, a lot can happen in 3 to 4 months. So I don't know how well you know them or if you're comfortable with this, but is there any liberty to have a conversation about A, faith, and B, his next job?
Yeah, he's desperately looking for his next job. So we have had that conversation.
Okay, yeah, a lot can happen. And the truth is, in this scenario, I would probably go through all this, just me, put an asterisk by that, right? Of what it would take to keep the house, at least for more time, because of the way they're upside down and apparently many, many, many things. But, to me, there's still a conversation about faith, but obviously it would depend on who I'm talking to. And if I have that level of comfort and what can happen in 3 to 4 months.
Yes.
Just so I can pull that thread a little bit, Philanda Shea, you'd feel comfortable in your faith offering to have some type of prayer opportunity with them about being confident in the destination they're headed?
Absolutely. And the first thing I would start with is, do you want to keep this house? Because if they don't, then it doesn't matter. Then we work on offloading it. But if they do, then yes, we pray and we pursue other measures, faith related, and obviously the efforts to get the job. And we might have to have a heart to heart about unloading some of these other things you might not should have purchased in the first place.
We get this opportunity in this consulting situation where we're in these life events that are real personal with folks. And if you are personal, if you're in a personal connection and you are comfortable in faith, don't hold that back from people that need that kind of confidence builder. That you and I in our relationships with these folks are in a special place. We're big events. People move across the country and they buy a house with you. And they say, man, this was great. I couldn't have done it without you. And then 5 years later, they encounter life events. And that image of your relationship still is present with them. And then all of a sudden the things pop and you're there to provide a consulting relationship from a real personal level.
Exactly. And real estate is vulnerable all by itself when you're not in this situation. It's hyper transparent. Like, I don't think people are fully aware of how much your real estate agent knows about you and what comes up. I think they would be mildly uncomfortable, but they're trusting you with all of this vulnerability, Barb. So it's a very soft ginger touch. And put it like this, whatever their faith is or isn't,